Hey everybody, this is Brian with the VIP Soundcheck, and I'd like to welcome you back to another one of my VIP 12-pack videos. So you guys may remember before I did a 12-pack video of 12 of my favorite rock bands, and today I'm going to talk about 12 of my favorite country artists. So just like before, this is tough because I love a ton of music. I literally could have had dozens upon dozens of country artists that, absolutely love and could have put on this list. So I just kind of went with my gut and, the 12 that came to mind for me. And so hopefully you guys will check these artists out and find some that you really like. And I'd love to hear from you all who you like on this list. So just like before, this is not a countdown. I'm not starting at 12 and going to 1. These are my top 12 as of today. And with that, we'll go ahead and jump right in with the first artist. And the first artist I'd like to introduce to you all is Chapel Hart. Now, Chapel Hart is two sisters and their cousin, and they're from Mississippi, and they are phenomenal. They kind of have that old school country sound, but they've got some attitude, which I really like. I've got the opportunity to meet them a few times, talk with them. They were super nice. They put on a really fun, incredible live show. So here's a little bit of Chapel Hart. See what I mean? Absolutely incredible. Now before I want to go any further, I kind of want to just explain something. So when I'm talking about country music in this video, like I was with the rock video, I'm going to be a little bit broad. So I'm going to include some folk and Americana in when I talk about country. And you'll see that in the next artist I'm going to talk about and a few more on this list. So just kind of wanted to give you that heads up. So with that said, the next artist I want to talk about is AVI KAPLAN. Now, some of you may know Avi from his previous band that he was in. He was actually a member of Pentatonics. He was the guy that had the real deep voice, the real long hair, really looked like Jesus quite a bit. Incredible singer. I mean, he can go from those real deep bass tones, and then he can smoothly go up to the high notes. So here's a taste of AVI KAPLAN.
Fend off the enemy, sing out the jubilee, with all the fire we can breathe. We're singing all day and you can't tame it. High tide, low tide, night time, morning time, yeah. We're going strong, heading up, down the river. Oh Lord, I feel the reveling. I feel a change on the rise.
And next on the list, I'm going to go to a true country music legend that a lot of people are huge fans of, and that's Keith Urban. Keith Urban, to me, is one of the best, what I'll call like today, although he's not really today's country, because that's a lot of pop, but kind of that bridge between like the 90s and early 2000s and today. You've got guys like Keith Urban, and he is incredible. One of the best songwriters and one of the best guitarists I've ever seen live. So here's a little bit of Keith Urban. Next on the list, I'm going to talk about another kind of folk artist, and it's White Buffalo. Now, White Buffalo, I actually found out about his music from the TV show Sons of Anarchy, which is my favorite TV show. And one of the reasons I love that show was just the absolutely incredible music throughout the entire series. And White Buffalo was really prominently featured on that show. As a matter of fact, he did a cover and kind of redid House of the Rising Sun and changed all the lyrics to match the Sons of Anarchy TV show. He is absolutely amazing. So here's a little bit of White Buffalo.
And I got you. You're making me insane.
Next on the list is a sister duo that I've had the blessing to get to talk to and get to know a little bit, kind of build a little bit of a friendship, and that's TIGIRLILY Gold. TIGIRLILY, they're actually from South Dakota, but they live in Nashville now, and they are amazing. I actually got to see them at the Grand Ole Opry when I was down in Nashville. I've never been to the Grand Ole Opry, and I saw they were playing. I thought, man, I gotta go there, and it was beyond incredible. It was so cool to see people that performing on the Grand Ole Opry stage. So here's a taste of TIGIRLILY Gold.
I don't know if you hear it, but I know somebody does.
So coming in next on the list, and we're actually going north of the border up to Canada, and this is probably my favorite, what I'll call today's country group, and it's the REKLAWS. The REKLAWS are a brother and sister duo, and they are from right across the border, you know, where like St. Catharines is, and in Ontario there. And I found out about them actually by seeing them live. My dad and I went up for a country concert, and they were the opening act, and they blew us away. They were absolutely phenomenal. So here's a little taste of the REKLAWS for you all.
There's a song coming on, one that everyone knows. It's a bar, it's a field.
So we finished our first 6-pack, so now we're on to our second pack of 6. And we're going to start this section with my good friend from here in Erie, Pennsylvania, Brooke Surgener. She's another one that's kind of a folk Americana type of singer and songwriter. One of the most amazing people I know. Love you, Brooke, if you get a chance to see this. She is incredible. She's got that way to connect to you with her singing that you feel what she's writing and singing about. So here's a little bit of Brooke Surgener. Coming in next on the list is my buddy Clayton SHAY. Clayton is from Illinois, lives down in Nashville now, and again, he's kind of one of those newer country artists, but he has also got that old school country sensibility to him. So he does a great job of mixing the two very well together, where he can bring in elements of rock, but it still keeps country. So here's a little bit of Clayton SHAY.
And if you could pass this along with his next drink, but don't tell him it's from me. She likes movies in black and white, summer rain and red wine, and she needs someone who knows how to make her smile. She talks to her mama on the phone about babies and country homes, and how someday she'll want one of her own. So love her the best way that you can. Find another man.
So now we're down to the last 4. And like I did in my rock video, I talked about, you know, the Mount Rushmore of my favorite rock artists. I thought for this one, I'll kind of stick with that. So again, while I love all 12 of these artists, if I had to really pick 4 country artists that were my favorite to put on my Mount Rushmore, these are the 4. Now, I may not do this for all of these 12-pack videos, but I think it fit well on these. So I had a little fun with it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So again, this is going to be my top 4 country artists. And we're going to start out with the king of country smooth himself, George Strait. I've always been a huge fan of George Strait. You know, songs like The Chair, Amarillo by Morning, I Can Still Make Cheyenne. I mean, this guy has, well, I think like 50-some #1 hits. He is phenomenal. If you haven't heard George Strait, I don't know where you've been, but here's a taste of George Strait for you.
Do you love me? Do you want to be my friend?
See what I mean? That guy is awesome. Coming up next is probably one of the biggest stars in not only country music, but music history ever. He's, I believe, in the top 5 selling all-time, all genres of artists, and it's Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks was really one of my first favorite artists that I ever had. I heard him when I was down in Texas visiting my brother. I was about 11 or 12 years old. Instantly was hooked. So here's some of Garth Brooks for you.
Sometimes I thank God for unanswered prayers. Remember when you're talking to the man upstairs, and just because he doesn't answer, it doesn't mean he don't care. 'Cause some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayer.
So now we're to my final two. And this next one is a very good friend of mine. Actually, you guys saw the interview with her, and that's Claudia Hoyser. Claudia is not only an incredible singer, an amazing songwriter, but truly one of the genuinely nicest people I've ever met. So here's a little bit of Claudia Hoyser.
But you say to me, I'll keep standing strong. To melt the mountains in the hills, I'll keep trying on my will. Leave a struggle in the backseat, pedal to the floor, feel that's turning gray. To melt the mountains in the hills, I'll keep trying on my will. Leave a struggle in the backseat, pedal to the floor, feel that's turning gray.
And finally, the last artist who will round out my Mount Rushmore of my favorite country artists. Again, we're going back up to Canada for Dean Brody. Dean Brody is criminally underrated, in my opinion. I think he should be one of the biggest stars on the planet. The guy is phenomenal. Puts on a fantastic live show. I mean, he's got songs that'll get you dancing. He's got songs that'll pull at your heartstrings. He's got it all. So here's some Dean Brody for you guys.
Might have grown up in a barn, but I can bring down the house.
See what I mean? Absolutely amazing. So there you have it. That's my 12-pack of my favorite country artists. And now I'd like to hear from you guys. Down in the comments below, let me know what you think of these 12. Check them out and see if you find any new favorites for you. And who are some of your favorite country artists? I'm always looking for new music and artists, and you guys are an amazing resource that I can tap into. As always, I want to thank you guys for spending this time with me. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell down below. That way you'll know anytime I put a new video out. I love you all, God bless, and rock on.